Hello, everyone, and welcome to one of 3 tournament matches we're having in like 8 hours. For Azure Dreams. I'm Shawnee7188.
And I'm Horza.
So, welcome. All right, so give me a sec here. I will count them down in a sec, and we'll do the introductions and stuff. So, Horza, you can take it.
Excellent. So, welcome everyone to some as Shawnee said, round 1 of 3 of these upcoming races. This is going to be much like other races we've been seeing. This is a rock me to the top style game, where we're going to be having these runners going up the tower as fast and as high as they can. We're going to have 1 hour to play, and the big difference now is that we're actually able to seed these towers, so both players will have the exact same tower. So it's going to be pretty exciting to see. We got tonight we have ProfNES and Sustainna going head to head. Should be a good match tonight. Welcome
They should
back.
be both going now. Yes, we should probably get the Discord link ready because we're going to probably plug that a bunch of times too.
What?
All right, so what Horza said is something that we'd never conceived basically a year ago is the fact we can fix seed towers basically. You know, this game is a roguelike and everything is procedurally generated. Nice casual stroll there from ProfNES to start. To run the town, you just hold down circle. It's actually the same in a tower, but the tower is a turn-based thing. The actual controls for out of tower stuff is really weird. So Sustainna naming his character Pickett, I approve.
What's he gonna name Kune?
Nothing.
Kune.
Oh, why not I'm Mr. Pickett? Aw.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Pickett. Opportunities missed, but
yeah, needless to say, this fixed tower is crazy. We have a wonderful, like, all shoutouts go to pro_grammar. He's done an amazing job making this de-randomizing randomizer, which was, there's so many features that I can't mention them. But I do believe the link is like adrando.com.
Yeah, I could actually pop that down in the chat here in a second.
Yeah, because if you look at how many options there are, you'll see just what programmer has accomplished with this randomizer, and it is ridiculous. Because we could be like, oh, you can have fixed tower seeds. No, you can have all sorts of weird stuff. And that's a great first room. That's a noise and a flame, and the flame is quietly sleeping.
Well, it's a good thing that flame is asleep and not awake, because that could literally be the end for a runner right here.
I make good seeds.
Hey, you know, it's not a Sand Knight seed, so there's that. Look, it's still asleep.
On Sustainna's side, they actually did both different movements, so there's a chance that...
Oh no, ProfNES has the flame wake up.
Yep.
This literally could be the end of the race for him.
And there's an elevator right there, so if Sustainna were to hit that, that would be immediate.
Well, he got the floor 2 first, so technically...
Oh yeah, you're right.
He would win this race immediately.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh no, I think he's dead. I think he might be dead. Oh no. Woo.
No, he had a fireball there.
No, I didn't realize he got the hit on it beforehand.
Yeah.
Because the fireball at level 1 will not kill a flame.
No, at level 2 I think it does, right? I think it has to be minimum level 2.
I think it'll be. I think you'll hit about 20. I think you will.
Ish.
Which is
20 and
scary.
some change. Yeah, so you can see that they both went north of the room, and this entire floor is already procedurally generated. All the items are the same. The difference is with this randomizer, and I'm slowly learning this, is basically if you were to lose Queenie or put away Queenie, there'll be some changes that happen to the floors. That's just based on how the RNG seeds are generated. So let's say ProfNES were to lose Queenie right now. Floor 3 would be different slightly compared to Sustainna's side.
Yeah,
I don't know the exact details. I know programmer does.
I know a little bit of it is the fact that the game accounts for Kune being there for some certain math calculations, and when you send him away or he actually dies, it changes that calculation because it can no longer accounts for his space anymore. So the RNG that was going to be there is suddenly changing a little bit each time.
Yeah. So I made a slight, I alluded to it previously on how Sustainna, that's a nice bomb trap. Sustainna move differently than ProfNES, and you said like, oh, the flame's asleep. If ProfNES were to actually do the exact same movement, the flame would have stayed asleep. But since they both did a different movement and stuff like that, ooh, that camera, don't do diagonal, it bugs the heck out of me. When it comes to the RNG of like the first few moves, all of it is fixed. So let's say the troll or the noise that was beside them, if they both walked up and the first hit would have been a critical, it would have been on both sides. But if one walked left and one walked up, the RNG would be different, and then it wouldn't be a critical anymore. So there was a chance, if ProfNES were to do everything similar, the flame would stay asleep. And there's Sustainna doing... He should really just move back one step and get the height advantage.
He's doing fine, though. He's got the levels enough to be able to at least do two-shotting everything but the cyclones.
This is the one thing that drives me insane. Fee always points out how people don't turn their cameras and stuff like that. I really can't stand it when people don't put Queenie beside or behind them, not beside them. Sustainna actually has Queenie one back, one it'd be to the right if you're facing or Co's facing the camera. Ooh, stream wand.
Oh, nice. That's better than no wand? A little risky though. I would probably hold that stream wand for a few more floors, since it's not going to really affect your damage a whole lot at this point. That way, if it gets cursed, you don't get stuck with it if you find something you like more.
Yeah. We should probably go over the basic items and like why the wands are important too for anyone who's new.
So yeah, you're going to be seeing a variety of different kinds of gear and equipment. You're going to be seeing for weapons-wise for Ko, swords and wands. While the swords have a high base attack damage compared to the wands are powerful for how they're going to be playing here. They're going to be using Kune for most of their fighting, which you're seeing them use these mixed magics with Kune that adds his elemental damage onto your weapon. And the wands have an ability when you mix magic to give you a higher % damage.
Yeah, and it's distinctively higher too.
Yeah, like we thought it was only 25%, but it turns out it's a lot more than that.
Yeah. And honestly, it's really, really nice for that regard, because Ko is the weakest thing in the universe in this game. It's just not worth the trouble or anything like that. And it's just, with mixture magic, you actually can, with enough preparation, to be able to just straight up get to the 40th floor, which you've seen a couple times in this tournament already.
Indeed. It's, excuse me, just one.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, so...
I had to clear my throat.
No, it's fine, it's fine. So Sustainna's encountering a balloon. The balloon is, like, not the most difficult enemy that you're going to encounter, but it does do a lot more damage than all the other ones they saw in the previous 3 floors, or, yeah, well, 2 floors, really. I think they have about 29 health or something.
Oh.
See, and that's why you don't have Kude on one space beside you. Because Kude is now blind. And that bomb trap actually hit ProfNES from outside the room.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a cheap hit.
Yeah, like that's, yeah, as Shani said, like, traps only activate when you step on them, and when you have Kune not set to the space behind you, like you can set in your menu, he will walk beside you and walk all around you, and can potentially set off traps on himself, which is where you get a higher chance of warp traps and such, because you're covering more spaces than you normally would.
Yeah,
But thankfully, he didn't get punished too much there.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things in this game which add up. One of them is, well, I guess there you go. Sustainna found a go up trap because of that. So one blind trap, one go up trap. It balances out, right? Universe
It's a high risk, high reward kind of plays.
Yeah. I have been killed numerous times. I'm gonna switch the audio to Sustainna's side because he's higher.
And so we're seeing on Sustainna's side here, as ProfNES fights this balloon that Sustainna just fought. Sustainna is fighting a Manueva, which is the first water monster we're going to see appearing. And we're going to start to see a lot more water monsters for the next few floors after this.
Yeah, this is the last safe floor they can explore before there's some serious issues. Blooms, Manivas, Minovas, however you want to pronounce it. Oh, so we're me and Horse are going to pronounce all sorts of monsters differently, probably except Viper. I think we're pretty sure.
Yeah, Viper. We got Viper down because we all go to Viper Town.
Viper.
But yeah, like no one that plays this game can agree on how to pronounce anything. So.
Okay, so ProfNES, looking at the flame room there.
Yeah, that's a bad room to go into.
If he were to walk down one left, that's the one trap. You know where it is because the RNG is there. So that's what Queenie hit before. So, I see.
Yeah.
ProfNES has a frustrated emote he keeps putting up.
ProfNES will entertain us with emotes.
Yeah. Although he's covering up the floor counter, but we know which floor he's on.
Yeah, like right now, where they're at right now with all these, where there's a lot of fire monsters right now, which means that Kune is doing neutral damage to things. But as we get to water monsters, this game, like a lot of RPGs, has an elemental triangle going on, where you're going to start doing less damage, and they're going to start. The enemies are going to start doing more damage.
Yeah, to the point where your HP meter doesn't even matter anymore. Like it's like even when you're like fully equipped, when you do a casual playthrough this game, you're gonna have like, I don't know, 2-3 hits maybe at the top of the tower before you die.
Yeah, depending on how things go, you might have even less.
Yeah. Like there's like a killer might just have a 33% chance of getting a critical and just straight up murdering you. They wear boxy shorts and have 2 axes for hands. They're a great creature.
Yeah, I know. Definitely not a mistake. Definitely not a mistake.
No. And then there's, like we saw in the last match with Sad Knight, we saw curling gone extreme where a glacier flung him 39 squares. We went back and reviewed the footage, and that is the world record for our longest curling shot in Azure Dreams. Please don't try to break it. That'd be heartbreaking.
I mean, if you're trying to break it, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But good luck.
Yeah, you'd have to generate the same seed, be on the exact edge of the room, and then get flung.
Oh no, Sustainna, why did you throw him?
So yeah, that's the thing is you gotta be careful with these
I think he made a
things.
mistake. Yeah, he's tearing him around.
Yeah. See, confusion is a huge problem because you do have some world records that night. Again, as long as you don't have them behind you, like if you hit a confusion trap, that's relatively okay because you can wait it out. Plus, you can also aim magic without worrying about it. Like if you point a fireball to the left, it will fire to the left. There is no such luck if you were to do that with your familiars. If you try, I don't think you can even command them, but the thing is, they'll attack you if they're near you. And it's just a real big pain. Ooh, cursed steel sword. Yeah, okay, it's decurse scroll though. That's not bad.
Much like when you or your familiar darkness, you cannot control them when you're confused. Though I believe that, can you control your familiar when you are confused? Like
I believe so. I'm pretty sure you can.
Like I want to say you can.
Paralysis or something that happened to Queen on ProfNES side there. A lot of status elements happening here. This is kind of weird.
Yeah.
I think ProfNES is trying to get as much.
Yeah, ProfNES is doing his usual slow and steady pace to get as much experience and items as he can each floor, and to head up at a methodical pace so that he's a little better equipped for each floor. This is struggling with
the Manivas, yeah.
Because of course the Maniva is on a elevator. We're trying to go up it. There is, I would like to point out that there is a little less utilized ability in this game, which is you can push most monsters a tile if you walk into them when they're on a space, and they'll be able to hit you, but you can move them over a space. So if they're like, say, on the elevator and you just need to get past them, you can just tank that hit and go on up that floor.
I see. Okay, ProfNES is unaware of the fur covering up the floor number.
Oh, whoops.
ProfNES thought that was turned off. So there it goes. I'm like, I don't think that's intentional.
It was, but it was supposed to turn off.
Yeah.
What the? Oh, wouldn't. Oh, that's not.
Yeah. He has truth glasses. He could identify the stream wand at least.
It's true. Oh, -2 steel sword. Ouch.
Yeah, at this point, I thought he was going to use this wind crystal for a second. I'm like, oh, that's a forfeit.
Like, oh, okay, floor 6, he's good.
Well, thank you, Sustainna, for bringing up the point. How do you lose this race, Horza? What can happen?
So there's a few ways you can lose. You can get defeated by a monster, and that will end your run. We don't have any re-entries in this mode. This is just a one-time, one-shot for glory. So whatever floor you end on, that's going to be your score for that round. And to win, we have to end at the highest floor first. So, like, let's say Sustainna did decide to win Crystal out now. ProfNES would need to get to floor 7 to win this race.
Yeah.
Then you can also just forfeit at any point in time by win Crystaling out.
No,
we haven't ever seen that, but you can't technically
we have. I did it.
Oh, you did it?
I won the race and I win Crystal out after killing Queenie with a fireball. So I have showed it on stream a win Crystal.
Oh, Shawnee, you're the hero we don't deserve.
No one deserves that. That was back in the previous Rock Me to the Top tournament. I managed to barely scrape by a win, so then I celebrated by putting Queenie on a confusion trap, burning him with a fireball, and then using a leave for some random monster, then winding out.
Wow, that's pretty brutal, man. It's pretty brutal.
Gotta go in style. Although the sheer amount of wind crystals that the racers are getting is just kind of maddening, because I want that in a bookless run, because you obviously need to stockpile them.
I feel like Programmer turned up the drop of wind seeds in these seeds, just knowing that we only mostly do one-shot towers, so it's like, just give them some more wind crystals.
Yeah. The thing is, if I do recall correctly, there's like a 25% chance if you don't have one that one will generate.
It's when you're under 2. So if you have 0 or 1, they have an increased ability to show up.
Okay, so then then we can see here ProfNES doing the height advantage. Just 2 shots to Cyclone easily. The Cyclones are a good source of experience. Sustainna exploring floor 6, which I don't really agree with, but it's the safest one to explore, because after this you're going to start finding a lot worse things.
Well, you have to explore if you haven't found the elevator yet.
True. Well, that balloon just pieced out there. I don't know why I did that, but whatever.
That was weird. We got a confused Cyclone. ProfNES is stopping to think for a moment.
Makes me wonder if that's a trap room as well.
Yeah, no kidding. You always kind of have to wonder. And those little trap rooms are the worst, because you just everything is just within those few tiles. So sometimes you can get lucky in this game. Like, traps are random, and sometimes you just get a large density of traps in a room, where there'll be like 6 or 7 traps in one room, and they are generally just a bad time. Oh, and the U-boat hitting Sustainna.
See, now this is the thing, is like, now you have to move Queenie. Yeah, the thing is, you get to collar him and put him back in the bag for a while. Because, like, if it was just behind you, he would follow you, and then you'd stay away from the U-boat. But him being one diagonal left, which actually ProfNES has as well.
It's risky.
It costs us an extra turn. Like, we've already seen Queenie hit quite a few traps. Again, like, if you take a bomb or a slam trap, that's fine, whatever. You can kind of shake that off. You can't really shake off Confusion or Blind off of your familiars, because, Yeah,
like, Blind lasts a very long time. And Confusion, like, if they're at an angle and, like, a bad movement happens, you're now separated from that pet.
Just transformed out at the wrong second there. That frog.
Oh,
and there's
boy.
a bloom. You're gonna have to shove it and take a hit or do something. Egg bomb? That's a little early for an egg bomb, but...
I mean, sometimes you gotta use it.
Yep. Still gonna take a hit from that Miniva, but...
Personally, my favorite use of the Palumpa is to erase a Kraken if you have to, because they will exactly kill a Kraken.
Yeah, no, Krakens are probably the top left of this entire floor 8 will be the elevator. It barely showed on the turn-in. So the Sustainna paid attention to that.
Well, hey, welcome, Valdemir Spider. And you can just watch him here.
Yeah. Critique him with us.
Yes, please. No, just kidding.
Yes.
We do these things for fun, not to be critical of each other.
All right, didn't need that go up, or didn't need the elevator. Found a go up trap.
Why not?
Floor 9 spawns with the Dreamin' and the Clown. The Clown is sleeping, so chop the Clown's head off. Free experience.
Hey, no worries, Valdemir. You can sit back and enjoy the show.
Yeah, and if you want to learn about this game, we have a Discord link. Give me a second to type it up.
Oh, I can get that.
No, I typed in our Discord link part.
Oh, okay. Aha.
Well, to all those lurkers who want to join the Discord. We recruit so many people in the Discord.
And you wonder, can I too try to make it through the floor 6 to 9 and make that achievement?
Mm-hmm.
You can, and you will.
With the angel thing, yeah. Sorry about that.
You aren't sorry. Don't say you're sorry when you don't mean it.
No, that was. It's still on my desktop, right beside my Discord window. I could easily post it immediately again.
Yeah.
It's also beside Shawnee claims to be first from Screamer.com as an image. And that is a lot of monsters on ProfNES' side.
Yeah, I'm looking at this Bloom, Mana Wave of Bloom combo, and ProfNES is just as upset as we are.
He takes a bit
of a misstep.
Yeah.
He's gonna get boxed in real bad. Let's hope that he doesn't get cornered here. On Sustainna's side, a Dreamin', one of the newer enemies here, Dreamins are generally pretty weak and pretty easy to take out. But on the rare circumstance, they can actually put you to sleep. And that's a pretty bad time, because you can fall asleep from anywhere between 1 and 52 turns, as confirmed by our world record in curling holder, Sand Knight.
Heavy sleeper in curling.
He's got some interesting records.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I will shout him out on that one. Oh, that's fine. Use a medicinal herb though. You can't kill that.
This is still a rough spot. I'm hoping
you can do the egg bomb, but you're not gonna be able to kill it with anything else.
If he egg bombs though, that enemy's might pop behind it and then attack.
Yeah, you have to move a space forward or something too. Queenie's also close to dying there. If you want to know, it's because Sand Knight decided to use a repel ball on a monster, then use a sleep ball on the monster, reflected back. And I don't know if this is based on the level of magic or whatever, but yeah, it got him really good. And he thankfully used a Holy Bell. We were able to count how many turns it was because the monster was running back and forth outside the room.
That's how they count. I was wondering how they counted it.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the curling rock. Now, Volcano, thankfully Queenie does have the height advantage there, but yeah, there goes...
Oh, this might be the end of Sustainna.
Oh, it's pooping rocks! Oh.
Yeah, that's it. GG, this
okay,
Sustainna
410.
There's not much you can do about that when you get put to sleep and it just won't end. That's a sad way to go.
5 damage.
Prof is incredibly close to dead. Oh, please don't miss egg. Okay. Doorways can be a scary place because of where he was at. If that monster had popped to the right of Ko, it would have done nothing, and ProfNES would have died.
I'm just going to delete that message very quickly. Sustainna posted in the spoiler channel. Not supposed to. Supposed to message one of us. So yes, floor 10 was... So if ProfNES were to get to floor 11, ProfNES will take the point. Yeah, it's one of our. We had a little communication issue a couple matches ago. Well, I guess a week ago or something at this point. and we had a runner say GG. One runner didn't realize the match was not over yet. They thought that they were losing. They weren't. So the person then reset their game, causing a forfeit of a point. So now they have to contact one of us commentators to let us know when they die instead of posting it publicly.
Yeah, it just makes it easier. Like, when we were doing our old Rock Me to the Top style, when we were just doing normal any percent runs, where each player had a different tower, we didn't ban people from watching the stream. And
Yeah.
we would have them post when they died in the chat, too, just so that we would be able to know. But now, since they can actually gather information on floors based on, like, sharing information, we don't have them talk anymore. For this current mode.
It looks like Pickett could not steal the easy win there. I was smiling. I don't care. Oh yeah, I guess we should have the music over on the other side.
I have the power to click the button, and I did it.
Just walk away from the U-boat. Just ignore it.
We might get to see some a interesting ability or an interesting thing you can do with U-boats. Oh no, Sustainna. Now we know what he was doing earlier.
Yeah. I approve that image. It looks like that's a crit.
No! ProfNES is down on 7. The match goes to Sustainna.
Yep. I will again remind them to message us, not post in the spoiler channel, but I'll get them set up for game 2.
I'll give Sustainna gets 1 point. That is so unfortunate. I think the U-boat was inspired by this picket fence. So the players are going to be getting loaded up the second seed in this race. We're going to have them check the seeds real quick, and then we'll count them down, and we'll have this race going. Yeah, that U-boat crit was incredibly unfortunate. Like, you can't ever figure out when they're going to crit or whatnot. Like, the only enemy you should really be counting on critting you are killers. And because they have an increased rate of crit, they have about a 1 in 3 chance to crit you, and they already hit hard enough as it is. So
I'm just happy Sustainna's coming to the side of the pickets. 35910.
I can't say that I approve of this, but
most people don't.
Yeah, well, Sustainna's looks good.
Yeah, I do believe the match is the one I made before. Yeah, 35910. What's wrong with the fence? A lot of people dislike the picket monster. I happen to love it. That's it.
Yeah, that's the joke.
It's a bad joke of picket, a pit pocket.
Yeah, they're annoying monsters because they move twice. They move twice to your 1, and they steal your inventory from you randomly.
Yep.
Yes.
These are good.
It is a.
No, not the. Oh yeah, the little green guy. I'm actually surprised he's not actually on the layout. The amount of stuff that he causes in the runs, I'm surprised.
That's actually is surprising, but
his actual name in the manual is Souvenir. Oh no, I. All right. Do you want to cut them down to time, and I can explain the rules again, or do you want me to?
I can do that.
All right, cool. I will start explaining the rules again. For anyone who's new to or popped in halfway through or whatever, and this is going to be the second match of the best of 3 here. This is a Race of Azure Dreams, a roguelike PS1 game where the tower is procedurally generated, but we just happen to we have a de-randomizing randomizer, which allows us to have a fixed seated tower. And because of that, we can actually skip the tutorial. ProfNES programmer has made it so basically the tower gives you the same 5 items that you would normally get in an 8% playthrough. So everything's exactly the same, but we just kind of skip the tutorials. We just move straight into the tower. Oh, I didn't tell them to go. I didn't tell them GLHF last time. I just told them to go. That's probably why they weren't having fun.
Yeah, well, you made the state and you told them to not have fun, so
Yeah.
you know.
I might be getting a reputation of having just making bad seeds. This first one was a noise and a flame.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad way to start off a seed. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah. At least on ProfNES' side, it stayed asleep, I believe. It was a Sustainna. Whatever. Either way, they're off. So, like I said, you'll get the same 5 items that you would normally do on any percent. And that'd be medicinal herb, copper sword, wooden shield, flame ball, and a random colored egg that will always contain a plumpa. And that plumpa egg can either be used as an egg bomb, you can hatch it for fusion, or you can throw it for actually a quite considerable amount of damage.
Yeah, it's even able to kill water monsters up even to the krakens, which we will hopefully get to see this seed.
Yeah, that's roughly floor. They stop at floor 15, I think, is when they end. Because 16 is the safe part. Yeah, basically the way this works is the players will want to explore the first 5 floors, gather as much resources as they can, so then they could basically make it to floor 17. Or floor 16, one of the two. Because those are the safer floors to gain experience on, grind up your levels, get a good chunk of experience, and then you kind of want to book it to 24, get the last little bit of levels, and then just flee until 40. That's generally, in big air quotes, the safest way to do things, but there's no reason you have to explore the first 5 floors. If we saw the elevator on the turn-in, so if Sustainna wanted it, he can head straight west and find it. Or just 2 elevators.
Oh, that's fun. Sometimes there are multiple elevators on the floor, so...
Nope, it's just the way it turns, looking on ProfNES' side.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah, they start out the top right, and the way the camera swings in is if you think of it drawing like a C, where the starting point to the C is always the top left, and then the C will always finish to you. So they went from top left to top right. Ooh, bomb traps are not fun to start the game with.
Wouldn't that have been just sad if that noise had stepped on a bomb trap?
Just poof.
They've been like, you just hate the sea.
Oh, okay, Sustainna, if you miss, okay, good.
Like, well, I guess we're going to game 3.
Yeah. This game is extremely punishing when it comes to getting your first level. Because that first level is extremely crucial, because you get 10 HP. It doesn't sound like a lot, but by golly, it means a lot.
Well, at this point, it doubles your health pool, so like,
yeah,
it's a pretty big deal.
But every level after that, you only get like 4, 3 maybe per level. Like, it's quite pathetic. Because like by level 16, you'll have 72 health. So yeah, it's not really
Yeah, it starts getting less and less every level until you're only getting 1 or 2 health per level up.
Yeah, and the thing is, eventually enemies will start doing 30 to 40 damage to you. So, like, we already finished like speed runs. I like try to finish them around level 23. That seems to be a good general number to be in. And with that good general number, or is it good general number? With level 23, Ko's magic maxes out at level 24, so it's just near it. You can do AI1 strats and stuff like that to do more damage, blah blah. You can still die in 2 hits at level 23. Like, a dragon will walk up to you, do 60. You have like 70-ish health or 80 health. You're dead.
Yeah, if they crit on you, you're dead.
Yeah.
A golem charging up its fist to hit you means you're dead.
Wooden wand. We'll ProfNES equip the wooden wand.
Oh, an Olim.
Yep, it's not cursed, so it's a free damage boost. Exit loop is good. It identifies where the exit is on the ground. Or on the floor without identifying the room, basically. So you can just know where it is and walk in its general direction.
Yeah,
Monster loop is also very good as well, because like the more information you have about the floor and see how monsters are moving, you can avoid them. Or if you want, you can track them.
Yeah, all the loops are super useful just for the immediate information it can give you. Like, you don't need to really hold on to them. I mean, exit loops I like to hold on to personally for a little while. Um,
To
but
the
like,
higher floors.
yeah, just to try to get away from some of the more dangerous places. Um, but yeah, like the treasure loops and the monster loops, and especially trap loops, can be pretty high rolly.
Yeah.
Get lucky with finding a go up trap with a trap loop, which has happened more than once for me. It can really save your life.
You got a sled spell from the flame there, just being mean.
Yeah, flames.
You never want to stand directly in front of. You never want to stand directly in front of a flame or a troll with a bow gun or a dragon or any of the monsters really in general. You always want to make sure you approach them at a diagonal. And once you figure out which ones have.
Do range attacks.
Yeah, you'll very closely know when to stay. Yeah, again,
Yep.
there's Sustainna staying in front of the flame again. The flame thinks, "Wow, this is a great opportunity to cast some magic."
And because how movement works, when you move, everything moves at the same time. But if they're going to attack, they will attack after you move, and so they'll be able to respond to you moving by shooting you with a spell.
Yeah.
It's pretty rude, and
Also,
that's why you want to make sure you kind of move at diagonals to get up to their face if you're trying to fight them.
Yeah, we also saw a warp trap hit a troll there, right at the front of the entrance to the room. So that means if ProfNES were to enter that room from the left-hand side, he potentially would be either, because again, Queenie is on his side there, either Queenie would be teleported away or he'd be teleported away.
And why that's so bad is because your monsters, when they're separated from you, are extremely vulnerable. And, as much as you are extremely vulnerable without your monster as well.
Yeah, and it is extremely annoying for that regard because, well, you can't really survive without them. Like, eventually it just becomes a game of... It does eventually become a game of avoidance anyway, because you're not going to be taking on golems on mass and stuff like that. You're eventually going to just straight up die. You can't.
Like, just like, imagine it's kind of like, you're a Pokemon master, and imagine they take away your only Pokemon from you, and now you have to get through this cave of Zubats and things with no Pokemon. No one wants to do that.
Well, Crobat is amazing, so I disagree.
I mean, you don't want to fight Crobats, though, do you?
Well, three EVs in speed,
I mean, but with your bare hands?
Okay, that one, yeah.
you don't have a Pokemon, man. I think you're missing that.
Oh, Safari Zone.
There you go.
Just throw a
Pokemon
Safari Zone or throw rocks.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So we can see Sustainna and ProfNES. Again, these are the safe floors. Sustainna might again explore floor 6. I don't know if he will or not.
He wasn't really trying to explore it. He was just trying to get out.
Yeah.
Like it can look like you're exploring when you're not finding an elevator.
Pro tip: throw a rocket. Absolutely. So there's a trap loop, so it shows where all the traps are. You get 8 experience for uncovering them. Doesn't sound like a lot, but at the start of the game, honestly, that's a good chunk of experience.
It is, I think, more experience than a bloom will give you.
Yes, blooms, I think, give you 6. There's that perspective causing problems.
Yeah.
Actually, just to the side, not to the diagonal. Use
So
that little
the
green
fun-
mini-map.
The fun part of status effects on Koa in this game is, unlike other RPGs that affect your character stats and stuff, the traps affect you as the player. They affect your vision with darkness. They affect your perspective with those traps. They affect your platforms with the cracks and upheaval traps.
Yeah, the thing is, and that's actually what makes this game very unique, is there's a lot of mystery dungeon games out there. I haven't never played one like Azure Dreams before. Like, obviously they're all roguelikes and PCG generated. Honestly, the closest would be Azuma, Legend of the Unemployed Ninja for the DS. Great name, great game, by the way, too. It just has a sequel, too, on the DS. But those were the closest, but never quite like Azure Dreams. And Azure Dreams just has some stupid, weird charm to it, where I can't explain what makes it work, but it's a lightning in a bottle game where everything just lines up perfectly. There's a lot of unfair parts. I'm not gonna die. No, not gonna die. I die a lot in the game. I'm not gonna lie. Like you will die a lot. Thank you, Braid, for mixing that up.
Man, Sustainna's got a pretty stacked inventory over here.
Yeah, and ProfNES should have relatively the same. It is a fixed seed tower, so.
Yeah, this should be a race that hopefully goes to a bit higher, given their inventory this time around is pretty solid.
Before they only had like one spell ball and that was it, and then ProfNES got unfortunately killed by the crit on the U-boat.
Oh, Sustainna, I don't know if I'd fight that on an elevation.
No, it's gonna be a 3-shot.
It has 1 health left. That's the feel bad part of that.
Yeah, without that, it would have been 2-shot. The height advantage is huge. If you have an opportunity to make sure you have a height advantage over a monster, you should take it. Oh, it drives me nuts not putting Queenie behind them.
I have to say, I very much agree with your analogy of lightning in a bottle, because that was exactly the same thing I was thinking about how to describe this game. Somehow they managed to like take a bunch of risks with this genre of things that hadn't really been showing up in these mystery dungeon games, and the sum of its parts have made a greater whole, even with its problems. It's a very unique experience, and it's just, I mean, I've been playing this game since I was about like what, 13, 12, maybe even younger. When did this game come out? 97?
Yep, 97.
Yeah, I was about 10 years old when I was playing this game then.
Yeah, roughly the same. It's rated E for everyone, despite basically you dating 7 girls. There's gambling and drinking involved.
You know, typical cartoon violence. You know, it's more tame than an old Looney Tunes cartoon.
True. I'm not gonna defend that. I've seen some horrible stuff.
My eyes can't unsee that.
Hey, the Barber of Seville is still a masterpiece, though.
It is.
Anyway.
Moving right along.
What's your favorite? Yeah, so basically we see here Sustainna trying to explore and find the elevator on floor 6 to get away from the water floors again. ProfNES is kind of taking his sword for a walk. Why is he doing that? I guess I exactly answered that. Thanks, ProfNES, for ruining the punchline. Yeah, you can throw items and do actually quite distinctive damage. It doesn't always work, and eventually it's not worth it, because eventually their defense is so high and your attack is so low, you're going to be doing like 1 damage. But if you throw them when they're at a diagonal angle and stuff like that, and if you were to hit them, there's a chance they would turn around and walk away from you.
Yeah.
So there's some opportunity if you have an empty spell ball and go, well, let's Pokeball this thing, and you throw it, you might turn that Viper around before it gets to you. Especially if it's following you.
It's pretty low chance to do that, but if you pick up a monster and throw it at another monster, it is guaranteed to change the direction of that monster.
Mm-hmm.
The AI can try to move them into the same spot, and they'll both turn around back at you. That is a possibility.
Yes.
But generally, it's pretty rare to have happen.
Yeah, well, actually, you were doing that in your match. You're boomeranging the Palumpas, right?
Yeah, I was throwing the Palumpas so it would come back to me, and then throwing them at other monsters to keep them away from me. It's abusive to those poor Palumpas, but you know, it's why are they on floor 21 and floor 22?
Floor 22 is the weird Palumpa floor. There's 2 sets of Palumpas, one which we saw on the first floor where they die and they have 8 HP, and there's another one. I think it has a scar across his face and has like 80 HP, and it color jacks your Pokemon.
Yeah. Yep.
See the perspective on okay, there you go. There's a problem there. On ProfNES' side, he was debating throwing the sword, but the thing is, it was diagonal down right one, so he wasn't gonna do anything. Dating multiple girls when this become a Persona game?
Hey, this game was doing all the dating before Persona was a dating game. Okay. Persona didn't become a dating series really until like
3, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 3, because like 1 and 2 were not dating, didn't have any dating sim in them at all.
Persona 1 release date. What was that?
Because Persona 1 was a PlayStation 1 title that was significantly different than what the series is kind of known for now. But that is very much digressing. I'm not sure what Sustainna is doing on his side of the screen here with this constant farming right next to the elevator on floor 7.
I think, for the most part, Sustainna is trying to get a buffer. I think he felt bad about dying. But the thing is, you do it on this floor where there's dreamins and stuff like that. You don't do it on the water floors. Or he's that scared of U-boats. We don't know. Maybe he is that scared of U-boats where now he can flex and pick them up and throw them easily.
I mean, it is fun throwing U-boats, but it's also terrifying because U-boats.
U-boats are just terrifying, yes.
They're one of the scary monsters in the tower. They just have a lot. They don't have a high health pool, but what they do have. Oh boy, confused trap. What they do have is.
They're not gonna set off though.
An extreme defense stat.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's also water as well. Oh, all the traps that Queenie's setting off there. This just drives me insane.
Well, Sustainna's found an elevator at least, and hopefully there's not a sleep trap in front of it.
Yeah. There's been numerous times, like I know Dadarsis, he was on PB Pace ages and ages ago. He's one of the older members of the Discord. And he got hit by a paralysis trap going towards an elevator, then got breathed to death by the dragon across the room. So I was like, stuff like that happens. You just have to shrug it off. Ooh, a mirror shield, though, although cursed, is going to solve that issue of being hit by spells, because that's a 70% chance of being having magic reflected off you.
Yeah, they're pretty useful at floors when wow, he's really just exploring all these floors.
Well, I wouldn't really agree with doing that, but at the same time, he is able to. Like, he is level 7. That is like a high level for level 8.
Yeah, usually we're at lower level here, so I mean, he's in a safe spot. Hey, welcome, Dragon Knight.
Oh, I can't read that on night mode. Dark blue and black blend together nice.
Oh, good. I was like, oh, don't miss.
Yeah, it's really bad if that. Like you. Also, currently Sustainna is winning the copper game, 76 gold to 58. Curse means yes, you cannot remove it. You have to buy a D4 scroll. Yes. No, a cup of milk costs 100 in the town. How'd the first game go? Unfortunately, ProfNES died on floor 7 due to a crit from a U-boat. And
Sustainna died on floor 10 to a sleep from a dreamin'.
Yeah. Both just bad RNG all around for the first game.
Sustainna's just playing with fire, quite literally here.
Yeah, I am not okay with that. It's I do believe they both still have the medicinal herbs.
I believe you're right. Yep.
Yeah. So, oh no, I used a fireball. I see. That's a good usage of the Ko's name there.
That is a fun one. Oh no,
What is a U-boat? We're gonna see some dancing.
Oh, maybe.
Somewhat. Okay, there we go.
Now we're seeing the dancing. So U-boat AI is interesting because they will always try to get the hit on you, because when they are submerged, they will move to a space where they'll be able to try to get that free hit on you, and so you can manipulate that by walking into them, so that they will either follow with you so they can try to be in a place to attack you, and we call that U-boat dancing.
Yeah, I think Sand Knight is actually the one who coined that one. It was there before, like, we had a community of this game.
That was a...
That's going to be Olim Fruit, yeah.
Yeah, but do you see what he did the first time?
No, I did see he zoomed in his map, though.
He ate the Olim the first time.
Oh, yeah. But that unfortunately happens. Oh, yeah, we see the same egg on ProfNES. It's like we never did point out the egg last time. You can find eggs in the game. Ooh. That bomb trap could have possibly had a Sustainna there. You gotta be careful about that.
We don't know what's in the egg. You can use a truth glasses to find out. They have come from a certain pool of enemies for certain floor ranges, if I'm correct.
Yes. Floor 6, there's a good chance, like, you'll find, like, a Bloom, I think, is the highest one. Clown, I think, is the rarest one. Oh, top left of the rooms are the elevator on Sustainna side.
Hey, welcome in, Goliath.
But yeah, it's just the egg isn't going to be extremely useful unless they were to hatch it and just use it if it was just a clown or something like that. But if it's like a bloom or something, you need the blue color, you need a wind seed, then you have to have the Palumpa hatch, and you pull a Sand Knight. It's really slow and boring, but it's one of the strongest abilities you can get in the game.
It's Sand Knight's favorite thing.
Yeah, you can literally have a 100% chance of paralyzing every enemy on Mixture Magic. And you just go bang, 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 and you just pick up the enemies and throw them, but you never get really any experience.
Yeah, but you don't really need experience if you can just paralyze everything, generally.
You gotta be careful. Oh, he waited. Why would you wait? Oh, I see. He waited so he moved Queenie behind him.
Oh, boy.
Start using that fireball. Or even flame. Or medicinal herb, and then... Both of them is being bullied by U-boats right now.
Yeah, that's kind of how these floors can go, unfortunately.
Yeah. See, I would at this point use a medicinal herb because you don't know if there's a bomb trap to spawn beside you.
Yeah, I've seen.
Or you sit there and wait for a while and get a little bit more HP, not just blindly walk off into the distance, because... Again...
Or other scary moments, like a paralyzed trap or something, and you're stuck just waiting.
Or a poison trap you just happened to walk across and didn't do anything with. Steel Shield is only a 6 defense. It's not much of an upgrade, but if it's cursed, it'll be minus... Nope, okay.
Sustainna is the first to 10.
So yeah, you can see how he only knows the top left and the top center room, basically, of this floor. So there's not much information given on that turn-in.
Yeah, sometimes you can get a lot of information, and sometimes you can get absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that was basically absolutely... Actually, no. Absolutely nothing is when it's top left, and you spawn top left, so you have zero idea what the heck's going on. Because basically the camera starts at you and goes, "Nyeh," and it's done. Because we'll see it again on here when Sustainna goes and it loads in. Again, think of it like writing the letter C. So it starts at the top left, so then he's basically seeing it all top of the first floor. So he knows that the elevator has to be south no matter what at this point. Because there's no more rooms to the right. Oh wait, no, there is. Sorry, I just didn't see the break in the wall there. So it might be to the right or it might be the south, but there's actually no reason to go that direction. So, although to be fair, it doesn't take much to go south from here anyway. And oh no, I is now level 9. I love that name. Good naming choice. So since you name yourself, there's actually, okay, unlike Pokemon, which every character of a name costs 1 frame and stuff like that during a playthrough, there's no risk for that in this game, because if you notice the text boxes, they actually load line by line. So having a long name doesn't count. So when the players are naming themselves from the new game file and stuff like that, it's not that bad. Like it's... You can name yourself something funny, even if you take the time to name something for Queenie. You're not losing just because of the names. Like at most, you're losing like 20 seconds to name Queenie something funny or to pull a meme or something.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot more fun than just name your characters and have a good time with it, because that 20 seconds is slim to nil going to be the reason why you're going to win or lose the match.
Yeah, I think Fee is the only one who's regularly come up to the hour mark just because how she plays.
We've had some close races where it isn't about to the necessarily to on time, but more of to the just how close the racers are. Yeah,
and also in case you're wondering why there's a timer, we actually never explained that. There's actually a 1 hour time. Oh, well, for this one.
Yeah, not for this one.
Oh, there's a Trojan trying to snipe there. Yeah. There's a 1 hour time limit, so basically you just can't sit on the same floor. It's like whoever gets to the first or to the higher floor first will get the point. If there's a tie. If they're on both, like I say, both floor 12, they both die. ProfNES also farming on floor 7 from the same spot Sustainna was. What? Is there something about this floor that I'm unaware of?
I guess I just like that elevation next to the elevator.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, but let's say they're both on floor 12 and Sustainna were to die right now. Please don't. We'd like to have a race. Or a longer race, I should say, because... I guess no, it wouldn't end.
But floor 40.
Yeah, exactly. Both get to floor 40. Go do it now. It's not hard. It's incredibly hard. The thing is, whoever got to the floor first would get the point. Ooh, Griffin. Don't screw with Griffins. Just... Oh, it's a slow trap. Oh, yeah, you make it your friend. You use Holy. No, what are you doing? That's the egg you're unidentified. Is it dreaming?
Oh.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. A volcano's fine.
I was scared it was going to pop behind him. Because it could have. So, introducing the Kraken. These floating squid guys. They are water monsters that have an obscene amount of health and do an obscene amount of damage, and are just all around the worst things you can run into. They are the monsters we've been talking about. They're pretty much the single worst monster in the whole tower.
Yeah. Also, to answer Falcon Hit's comment, doesn't understand what the downside of farming in safe floors, especially if the elevator you can elevator when a U-boat shows up. There's a certain your monster has a certain amount of MP. Queenie happens to start with 100, the highest in the game.
Oh, this is real bad.
Yeah, Queenie's gonna get smacked hard if. Oh no, and that's not no. Okay, how do you? I would honestly holy scroll the.
Oh,
goodbye, Queenie.
Throw it.
All right. Well, okay, sorry to get back to Falcon Hit's thing first. The thing is, your monster has a set amount of MP. And that MP basically means once it hits 0, it's useless. That monster can't be used anymore. So if you sit there and farm for long periods of time, you're eventually going to run out of MP and not be able to use your monster on the higher floors unless you find Peter fruits or feed the other other monster eggs.
Oh,
hi, Kraken.
That came out of nowhere.
You still had the plump eggs, so that's still okay. But you can't really do that again. Yeah, Plumpa does a lot of damage as an egg bomb, not actually as a real monster. But the thing is, if you were to take too long on the floor, eventually the game says, you know what, you're doing a dumb, stop it, and it will start having earthquakes. And eventually the rooms will fall apart, which don't damage you, you're fine. But because of that, it forces you up a floor. So even if you weren't healed, or you just barely escaped and you managed to get to the earthquake or whatever, and I think it's roughly 250 turns or something, so it takes a good long time to do that.
Yeah, it does.
Or no, even longer than that, truthfully, because it's Sustainna. Can you do a pickup?
Oh, he's moving too fast.
Yeah, that was too quick. That was too quick. All right, how are you gonna get out of this one?
Oh, he doesn't have much left at this point. He's been just getting so bullied.
If he gets shot by a rise, he's dead.
No, he's not. He's got a mirror shield.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
Oh, that was the Kraken from earlier that took damage.
Ooh, misstep. He closed the gap. Ooh, slam trap not needed.
That's not the salty thing he needed right now.
No. Now you turn the camera. Now you look where you're going.
And now he's very nervous. Like, I don't want to misstep.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
No, this is a very... Okay, elevator's right in front. Pick up that money. Oh, there's that rise. Will the mirror shield save him? No!
Oh, he didn't even... Oh.
Oh, no! Oh. Oh, well. So, that's percentages for you.
Yeah, it's not 100%.
Yeah, mirror shield's a high percentage to reflect. It's not 100% though. And that was 24 damage at 24 HP, which means that was the perfect hit to take a Sustainna there. 13 is pretty good. Honestly, like, we can't stress that enough. What we're attempting to do by climbing to 40 every single time is not normal and should not be attempted unless you have a lot of experience. Like, if you want a good goal, Sustainna actually got to floor 13. There's a blue collar on floor 12. If you play a game casually, start the game, try to get the blue collar on your first go. It's a lot harder than it seems to get to floor 12. And once you're able to do that regularly, go up to floor 16. See if you can see a Balrog. Make that your new goal. And then after that, try for a blue cape. And then at that point, you should be good enough to more or less figure out the monsters and get to floor probably 30, 40.
Well, there's a lot of things to skip over because there's a lot more danger in the future as well. But if you can work your way past the 13 floors, you're a lot more equipped
Mm-hmm.
for dealing with the floor 20 nightmare of Viper Town. And
Yeah.
but there are some really nasty floors, especially because you will see the resurgence of the water floors in the high 20s.
Sustainna just kind of puttering around town right now. Does he not remember how to take a bath?
You know,
That's not how one baths. Anyway,
you can
so
try.
So on ProfNES' side, which I'll get the audio back over here.
Oh yeah, that's a good call.
I got it, don't worry. Because it's nice to hear the jumping noises, but the jumping noises are kind of annoying. Oh, he's on the roof. Good for him. Oh, I see. There was a teleport trap or something that happened on...
Oh, that's a bad time.
Oh, we're just gonna... Oh, that egg just landed just in front of that bloom. Oh! Oh! Oh, he tried to save him. He barely missed, but Queenie actually ended up killing the bloom.
Wow.
Wow,
that was as lucky as you can get.
That is not normally what happens when you hit a warp trap or something along those lines. Yeah. That's very lucky.
Like, not only to actually survive a water monster on his own at this point, that's... Oof.
Yeah. Steel shield? Yeah, he has a steel shield, doesn't he? Ah, steel -1. So he's decursed it. We know that mirror shield's cursed, so...
I mean, he might have just stepped on a rust trap that we missed.
But his Gulfwind sword is...
Oh, was the Gulfwind cursed?
No, Gulfwind is neutral. So either ProfNES is exchanging his items quite a bit. Oh, there you go. Sustainna's inside the barrel. Good for you, Sustainna. I acknowledge you.
Oh, good. Acknowledgement has happened, everyone.
Yeah. So clowns get good social experience, but they actually hit a lot harder than they should as well. But they always die in relatively 2 hits with mixture magic.
Yeah, they're kind of a glass cannon type monster. They hit pretty hard, but they don't have a whole lot of health.
Okay, we know where the elevator is on ProfNES' side, so what is ProfNES trying to do? Because, like...
I think he's doing his usual style of play where he very much explores whole floors. Like, he very rarely just leaves a floor early.
Yeah.
Yeah, clowns are rude. They have one spell they do. It doesn't actually do damage, but it drops you a lower down a level, and you'll be 1 experience away from leveling up. So whenever you beat anything, you'll get a level up. But you still have to do that, and it really sucks when you're close to a level up and then get low down. Taking on the U-boat. Oh wow. Oh yeah, he's got a Gulfwind sword. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's a 2-shot. It's actually not that bad, but the thing is... Oh, he does go-up trap if he wants.
Take it. No. Oh, he might
there
take
you
it
go.
now.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, I think he's explored the whole floor.
Yeah. He is definitely going for the grind, but the thing is, he only has 27 minutes, and the current pace, he could easily get to the floor 14. But the Gulfwind sword is not going to serve him well at all when it comes to the fire floors in the next floor. So this is basically goodbye to that sword, because the weapon triangle does matter in mixture magic, and if you're hitting fire monsters with a wind sword, you're not going to be doing a lot.
Yeah, like
in relation to what you could be doing, even with the stream wand.
both the volcanoes and the griffins are both going to be close to 50 health. So like, if you're hitting only 20 damage on them, you're 3-shotting them, and that's a bad time with a griffin and a volcano.
Especially since we saw literally the Oh, there's Clowns just being rude again.
Not
God.
again! Oh, you hate to see it.
Yeah. It's time to use the glow-up trap now. Why are you fighting? I don't agree with this.
Yeah, he's using that thing. Oh no, he's
What
still
HP?
fighting. There he goes.
There we go. All right, now heal up poor Queenie.
So the
Thank
thing that ProfNES is gonna have to get through too is the danger that was floor 13. Because they're gonna both have that same start off where they're both in a room with a Kraken and a Griffin. And that Kraken has to be dealt with because it's right next to the door. You can't get away from it. And that Griffin likely is going to wake up very quickly too for ProfNES. He's going to have a lot of problems on his hand pretty quickly.
But ProfNES honestly might have way more resources at this point. Like, it looks dumb and stuff like that, but at the same time, it's like slow and steady sometimes does easily win this race. Like, now you're using a wooden wand versus the golf wind. It's already doing more damage.
Yeah, the wand is just so good. Like the elemental swords will do a little bit of increased damage against their weapon triangle and do less against their weak side of the weapon triangle.
Yeah.
But like the wands, just that additional percentage increase is so big. It's almost, I think, from what I was saying, that programmer dug up recently in the code was that it's basically like having elevation on everything with like an extra percentage on top of it.
Yeah. And if you happen to have elevation on top of that, you are basically hitting like a truck. And it feels really good to be able to just one-shot like Dreamins and Clowns and whatever else. Because like if you have a Scarlet one, Mixture Magic, and the height advantage, and you're versing a wind monster, you're not going to lose that battle. If you verse a Kraken,
you don't really want to verse a Kraken. There's pretty much zero context where Krakens are okay to fight.
Yeah, they're probably the only monster in the game which you actively avoid as much as possible. Oh my goodness!
Oh no!
That's the second critical ProfNES has died to. He would have survived that if it wasn't for a critical.
What is with these crits?
I'm so sorry for these seeds. These are my fault.
Man, you're just like high crit RNG.
Yep.
So why don't we go ahead and see if let's see if they want to join us for an interview.
Or I could ask for a friendly third if they want.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, go for that, Shotty. Go for that.
Sure thing. 1 sec.
I'm gonna go ahead and go give Sustainna the point there. So Sustainna is going to stay in this race and move on to the next round. But we're gonna see if they want to do one more friendly third here, so that ProfNES can fight for glory and take a point too. Oh, Sand Knight. Can we just like put him in a different room, Shawnee? He's making bad puns in the stream chat.
Oh no, an Azure Dreams commentator making bad puns. Who would have thunk it?
I know.
Yeah, they're discussing a potential of a friendly third. If not, we can do the interview. Okay, looks like they will be going for a third.
Excellent. The night is not over, friends.
Yes, we will have a friendly third. ProfNES, more than happy to do a friendly third. It was up to him. These matches, I am so sorry for the siege for the runners. Like spawning in rooms with Kraken or the Kraken, the volcano, or whatever. Poor ProfNES is dying to critical hits. Just after like critical hit after critical hit. I'm not like there's no intention, obviously. Like there's no way I could do that, but it's just happening to die like that is just the worst.
Yeah, it's just like 2 crits, like, it's giving me flashbacks of my race over the last weekend.
So going by actually what the bracket is, Sustainna will move forward and will be facing full featureitis. ProfNES is now officially out of the tournament.
Yeah, these are matches for the lower bracket.
Yeah.
The upper bracket is still playing a couple more games before we're basically going to be focusing on the lower bracket until we meet up with whoever's in the finals.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of, the next match will be, have them all loaded up here. At 10 on the main Speed Gaming channel, midnight of
Midnight EST.
Eastern of February 20th, I will be commentating. The match will be Gene Freak versus Dreamy Vision. And then at 8:30 in the morning Eastern on February 20th, I will be commentating, and it'll be Buga versus Shuzo. So there'll still be 2 more matches for everyone to watch, especially if you wanted to stay up all night with me and just,
Yeah, if you want to stay up all night with Shawnee as he slowly loses his mind and only watches Azure Dreams for the next, 12 hours.
Hey, I'm on reading week, man. This is my break from having to read 200 pages worth of medical stuff.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Or required literature, we'll say. Because it's definitely not PC to say what I've been reading about from my literature classes. Seeds look good, I think. 3-2-4-1, 3-2-4-1.
That seems like it's the right thing. I'll give a confirmation too.
I did.
Oh my god. Discord load up.
I already did, don't worry.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to get off on to the third match here. It is a friendly third. Sustainna did end up winning. ProfNES, I'm pretty sure now hates critical hits in all forms, because
I can agree with that. I can agree with hating of critical hits.
Because dying to a U-boat, okay, understandable, sucks. Dying to a volcano is not as common because you're not really taking a lot of extra damage. He had a steel shield. That's just how it goes. What are you naming yourself? Yeah, ProfNES is aware. ProfNES is not listening to the stream at all, so good on you, ProfNES, for having a good sense of humor. That is a real shame. No one wants to go out because you have the math in your head. If the bloom does 8 damage and you have 10 HP, you'd be like, cool. One more hit, I can wait for a bit, get some health back. But the crit happens and you die. You're like, well, what are you going to do about that? That's the RNG of this game. It's, again, everything's procedurally generated. There's RNG. You can get crits, they can get crits. It goes back and forth. Unfortunately for ProfNES, he only receives crits, really, at this point.
Yeah.
Sustainna gonna go visit mom. That was nice.
Right. Shall I count them down, or do you want to do the
I'll count them down. A second.
All right, chat. I want to see some. Some predictions of where they're gonna get this time around. First off, what floor do you think they're gonna make it? Are we gonna see a higher floor? Personally, I'm thinking they're gonna get into the mid-teens both this time. They both had some pretty unfortunate run-ins with things, but I think this is the seed for them.
Yes. This one, when it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, right?
It's always the case. You always do better when it's a friendly than you do when it's a tournament match. And even when I was versing Poulet for practice, when I was attempting to do bookless run, I was able to perform a lot better just knowing I don't have tournament life versus you. This is great. And I do believe there is talk or at least confirmation that I'll be versing the person who gets or who wins the tournament, I believe, for a friendly. I think was what we decided on the Discord.
Yeah, it's Vladimir's saying they're both getting 40 this time.
Oh wow. Let's say it's up 33. Let's just break all the world records while we're at it too. Just nuts.
Yeah,
Just
why
straight
not?
to the top.
Yeah, let's
Which is entirely possible, but it's not allowed to leaderboard because it's a randomizer.
But we can still watch it happen.
Yeah.
Sandy, you know, I don't like to be talking smack, but I'm going to.
Oh, really? You don't. You really don't. Really?
I've never talked a word of smack talk in my life. Not even one. And Mousetrap Hotel is a great game, but I digress. But Sandy, that means you have to get to the finals. You understand that, right?
Yeah, no matter what, his next potential opponent will probably knock him down very easily.
He's got a really tough bracket coming for him.
Yeah.
He's gonna need to start building a picket fence of the freshest, most live pickets he can find. Honestly,
no,
that's what he needs. So thankfully, they didn't get a cruel starting room this time. No flames, no nothing like that.
Oh, the miss.
And it's a sleeping troll. That is, and it wakes up.
The miss. Oh, and then we have ProfNES going south.
Sustainna gets that crucial first level.
Probably have to use that flame ball, or yeah, use Queenie to deal some damage. Also, you can see that the menu does say runner. Programmer made it so we know when the randomizer is being used, so people just can't memorize a tower and submit a run. It's really convenient. There's a couple other small things that we'd be able to identify and do whatever, but
yeah, because as much as we are watching, we're able to
ooh, diamond shield.
We're able to adjust and remove the tutorial. You can have this game load up just vanilla with a randomizer seed. So that's why it's important to have that, so that we can actually tell.
Basically, they have now a steel shield that will never rust, is the equivalent of a diamond that's cursed. All the noises in the world.
We haven't been doing this enough tonight, but friends, I'm going to send out a little invitation for... Oh wait, no, you did just send it, never mind.
I did.
Sean, you did. Shawnee is on top of
I am always on top of my game. I am flawless.
Yes.
That's why I love pickets. Anyway, we should explain as well, it's pickets haven't really costed anyone a dramatic amount of, they haven't killed their run for the most part, unless you count Sand Knight's death by 1,000 paper cuts. Again, world record holder for that. Good job, Sand Knight.
Oh, and ProfNES is taking a nap.
Yeah. Ooh, is that a Scarlet Wand and a Diamond Shield?
I think it is.
Wow, this is the scene that everyone wants.
Let's get some hype for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gotta be a Scarlet because it's not a life
17
wand.
damage. That's easily Scarlet. So not only do you have the wand bonus, you also have the same type. Basically, like Pokemon, same type attack bonus where you have Fire Mixture Magic and a Fire Wand. Yeah, yay!
Yeah, when your element matches the wand, it adds an additional multiplier to that as well.
Mm-hmm.
It gets out of hand pretty quickly, and you're going to start seeing some pretty crazy numbers, so long as misfortune doesn't come to Kune or to Sustainna.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that was found on floor 3, so that means probably just a little bit longer, and ProfNES will be able to get the safety net of the Scarlet Wand. Because legitimately, if you have the Scarlet Wand and you're level 23 with Mixture Magic, you'll be able to kill pretty much everything in the tower through AI1 strats, which neither runner uses, and that's fine. The beauty of this game and the beauty of running this game is every runner is different, dramatically different in how they play. And it's great. I absolutely love it because we learn so much more from that.
It's part of what it's really cool if you start running this game to watch other people play and to see how they play.
Yes.
Because you learn a lot just from everything, just watching this game happen. Because there's so many little weird, quirky interactions you're going to run into.
Yeah, and we see there that Sustainna is able just to one-shot a Cyclone.
beautiful.
Yeah, just having to sheer pick up the wet sand, put down the wet sand, pick up the wet sand, shake it all about. Like, I don't know what that was about, but all right, whatever.
If only Ko could actually dance in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Konami, you missed it. You missed your chance.
The one thing makes the game 9 out of 10.
Yeah, like, I mean, other RPGs this time, I think there was a dance scene or a music scene or something. Well, I guess there's technically a music scene in this game, but it's very underwhelming. So this game actually involves a lot of other things besides the tower. That the tower is just one aspect. It's kind of the main aspect, but the other important aspect of the actual story is that you're trying to raise up the town that you live in, and you're also trying to date like basically every single girl in this town as well. So it's a little bit of a dating sim mixed in with a town builder, mixed in with a roguelike tower.
And put that speedrun into that, and it's all sorts of fun.
Yeah, it's it's pretty wild.
Oh, there's the wand. And, yep, Scarlet. Both players are now basically perfectly equipped for this tower.
Diamond Shield and Scarlet Wand is...
Floor 3, let's go.
Is about as good as you could ever hope for.
Yeah. There's ProfNES's little emote there.
Yeah,
Thank you for letting us know you're very happy with that. Sorry for the crits.
See,
ProfNES putting in that extra effort to make sure, like, sorry, so normally the runners can't communicate with us, obviously, because they're not listening to the stream, they're not in the chat. Sometimes when something bad happens, you see them hold down triangle and just spin the character around for a bit, like, frustration. Or, like, Fee does, like, turn the camera back and forth at what she's focusing on, or there's a bunch of things that people do, and I guess ProfNES has all these emotes ready to go. Oh man, being able to two-shot Manivas.
ProfNES finds a blinder trap.
Yeah. That's not nice. Also, if you are in the situation of having a blinder trap inflicting you, what you can do to figure out where Queenie is you actually can hold down the R2 button, and it will highlight the menu like normal over Queenie, but you can see where he is in the room. So if you really can't remember where he is, you can do that, at least remember where your monster is. And then like command him to move one down, and then start hitting around with mixture magic. It's not the greatest idea, but it is something that you can do.
Yeah, the unfortunate part of dealing with blindness, a frog trap.
Chris turned into a frog. Oh, those crits. And... yeah.
Number one trap to kill a run, just about. The slow trap. Yeah. I'd say it's between slow traps and paralyzed traps for things that end most of my runs.
Yeah, slow traps are... There's also kind of a reverse. There's a Mahel seed. Also high... Okay, this is why you put Queenie behind you. Just... Every trap has been hit by Queenie. It's driving me insane.
This is a educational example as into why it is a good idea.
Oh yeah.
Queenie behind you.
Yeah, this is legitimately hurting me. But yeah, the slow traps of like there's paralysis traps, which for the most part is like a coin flip if you wear it off every single turn or something. Sleep traps, I think, are also the same kind of thing. Eventually you'll wake up. Blind traps are annoying because they last for like 18 turns, but if you memorize what's around you or whatever, you can kind of get away with it. Not always, but you kind of can. Slow traps, that's where it gets extremely dangerous because every one movement is two for everyone else's. But the thing is, Ko's weak.
Here's the problem, though. If you step on a blinder trap, it's immediate you're blind. There is a monster that can cast blind on you, the unicorn, and that has an incredibly slow casting animation. So you have a lot of time to just sit there and memorize your surroundings in case you get stuck. But a blinder trap, you're just kind of... It just happens.
Yeah. And you see everyone kind of stuttering, like while they run through the hallways and stuff and whatever. You hold on the circle button and you just run as fast as you can. And when you do that, when there's no enemies around, you can move at speed. I think Sandknight calls it demon speed or something, if I recall correctly, if we're going to put a name to it. And by doing that, like, you're safe, you're running, whatever. If you had a blind trap while you ran to a room, you had that small fraction of a second to memorize what was around you. So to prevent that, you'll see them kind of run and just jolt to a halt. And then just look around for a second and keep moving. And just to make sure they're not going to run blindly into a monster. I tend to be the worst in the community for never turning my camera because I need to know which way is natural north because I memorize the floors as I go. I know full featureitis is completely opposite. Is she will always turn the camera to. So what happened to Sustainna there would never happen. Is Sustainna would always realize where. That's a lot of damage, Queenie.
But he does two-shot these now.
Mm-hmm.
Which I gotta say, level 6 and two-shotting a U-boat feels very good.
Yeah, I think 15 was a low roll there too, so. Still exploring floor 8. He feels confident, so.
I mean, I don't blame him.
Diamond Shield, Scarlet Wand, yeah. No,
Like,
that's probably the best thing that can happen.
Certain situations, having a mirror shield would be better, but generally, Diamond Shield, Scarlet Wand, at this point, that's what you want.
Give me a sec here. I gotta go push the Obi button.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Sustainna kind of skip these next couple of floors so we can get up to floor 10 and take his time on floor 10. Because floor 10 is a very good place to be able to farm up stuff when you have this kind of a setup.
Hello, Obi. I want to make sure you're okay. I haven't seen my dog since the start of the race, so that's why I just... Hi, you! I gotta give back his toy. 1 sec here. If you push a squeaker anywhere in the house, he'll always come to you. But since I'm home alone right now, I haven't seen him in like 2 hours or whatever. I'm like, I should probably pay attention to my dog.
Oh boy, Sustainna's in kind of a bad spot right now. He's got a lot of enemies in here. He's got
he has to use the fire. No.
Oh, that's barely a one-shot kill. That's not.
Oh,
dead.
That's not. Oh, Sustainna, what are you doing?
He low rolled, and so did the enemy.
Yeah. Why are you walking heel?
Look, I know you feel invincible, but in Azure Dreams, you never are.
No, you really are not.
He got. I think it's a small floor too.
Once in a while, I think it's gonna be
You get really unlucky sometimes in this game, and you get a floor that only has a couple of rooms in it. And if you don't spawn in the room with the elevator, that means you have to get across to the one other room, and all of the enemy spawns will be between you and that elevator.
There's the messages from the herb.
Bad time.
Hi, Obi. You're a good boy. If you hear random squeaks, it's not me, it's my dog. There's no reason to pick up a wand, ProfNES. You have a Scarlet Wand, you're good. I guess, unless it's a Life Wand. That's probably the only thing I'd probably exchange for a Scarlet Wand.
Yeah, I love Life Wands. I love the safety of them.
Yeah, for every 1 HP, or you have to do like 8 damage for every 1 HP. So if you do 16, on a default, we're going to get 3 HP back. Which doesn't sound like a lot. But after a while, it adds up a lot.
It was a 2-room floor. Oh, and he's going to try to farm it up a little bit, because he can know where they're going to come from.
That's honestly a good decision. Stay by the elevator. If you have to retreat, you can retreat. There's no traps that set off, and he can sit there and just take out all the clowns and dreamers. And now that he's a higher level, he can also one-shot the clowns. I don't really agree with the U-boats, but the thing is, he's trying to get a good high level before going towards where the griffins are. So that's also, not a bad thing, because he already died once to Arise.
Personally, I don't like this play for the sense that these monsters don't give very much experience. The reason why I like floor 10 for farming is because trolls are there. And trolls, wherever they're at, are just experience bubbles.
Yes, they're little pinatas of love.
They tend to be pretty easy to take out, and they just give you so much experience.
Yeah. All 3 versions of the trolls, the hammer, the bowgun, and the sword, all of them have relatively low health, but they give, twice as much experience as the other things on the floor sometimes. Like in the first instance, when you first enter the tower, they can actually give you roughly, well, it's 8 experience when you first kill one at level 1. And then flames, even though they're harder, will only give you 6. And then noises will give you, I think, 2 or 3? 2?
Yeah, 2 experience.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like you'd have to...
Sustainna making the right decision to move up, because you're going to kill a lot of things to get to level 10.
Yeah, and that's actually normally when I would be using Mazar seeds and stuff like that. Because like getting level 10 to 11 takes a lot longer than it seems. Because again, we end the run around level 23, so the rate of going up in experience-wise per level is actually quite exponential. It's not as simple as like, oh, kill 5 enemies on these floors and gain 1. No, you'll be fighting about 20 of them sometimes, and then you'll get a level. That's why you have to skip floors and get the extra experience. Although, just mowing through clowns is great too.
Oh, that trap. The trap that gives off a go-up trap. Does he take it?
We might as well take out the Dreamin', but I just leave right now. There's no point, really.
Yeah, like, I mean, unless he's going to try to fight a few trolls.
Well, it'd be a 2-shot for the trolls. So 7 or is it no? But Diamond Shield minus 1/5.
Almost a 1-shot.
Yeah.
Like, look at that experience. 62 experience.
Yeah, this is why you grind on this floor more than the other floor. Like, yeah, you have to deal with griffins and stuff like that.
Well, not on floor 10. Floor 10 is
right, yeah,
safe
11
floor.
is griffin. Right.
That's why this is my favorite, is because the worst thing you're fighting are the volcanoes, and they're semi-rare on this floor. And compared to the other stuff.
That and you don't really have to worry too much about, like, if you do AI 1 strats and stuff like that, you can pretty easily handle, if you have a wand, you can pretty easily handle
Ooh, an acid rainbow.
Volcano. Yeah. Why? Let's get rid of that wind crystal. Don't want to forfeit. Oh, and a white sad immediately on it.
Oh, the wombo combo.
Yeah. Gotta love that. Oh, so there's a troll to the right.
And he has another white sand.
Oh my goodness. Acid Rainbow 3. He is just gonna love that. Now, is this the troll?
That's it.
Okay, good. You can't always be too
Nice,
sure. I know he realized we're thinking. Oh my goodness. The blinder traps these seeds. Oh my goodness. Nope, it's not there. Nope, it's taking shots at you. Do not use the acid rain ball. Holy moly, do not. You'll kill Queenie. You're blind.
Oh, will that? Oh,
it treats him like an enemy.
Oh no.
Okay, he knows where it is. That's good.
Sustainna playing pretty smart with these blinder traps.
Yep. Yeah, you have to be really careful. Okay, no third blinder trap in 3 rooms. Good. We see a swing of the staff there, trying to open up the menu, I believe.
Sometimes you just gotta swing your arms around to get that menu open.
Yeah. So yeah, he has a... But yeah, Acid Rain Balls will target Queenie, I believe, if you are in... if you're blind, because you are technically... He's considered a monster. I'm pretty sure in Confusion he is also susceptible to them.
No, because he's also... He is mixer magicking with you. So I don't think it counts.
Okay, just walking right into the griffin still bugs me.
Yeah, but he didn't take that. It doesn't hurt as bad.
No, but the thing is, if you were to let... to explain AI 1 strats I keep referencing, if you change AI to 1, shocking, I know, through the menu, you can have Queenie wait for a monster to come and approach him. And if he does that, he gets the first attack. And that's great. But by doing that, you get the free extra attack, and then you pick up Queenie, put him behind you, and you can do a second attack, and then you do a mixture magic. And pretty much you can kill everything you come across.
Yeah, it's a very effective way to save your health and kill things without taking damage.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's very expensive magic-wise. There's a blue collar up there. I don't know if Sustainna saw it or just want to kill the griffin, but it's behind the hub.
Well, I think he saw it. Yeah.
So if he wants to fuse monsters, he is able to.
He's gonna explore floor 12.
He might
That
be
is-
feeling invincible right now. Like having
That's gonna
Scarlet
get
Diamond.
killed.
Yeah, but it's a friendly third. He already has the game, right? Like
It's true.
he's feeling confident. He can do what he. Oh, and there's an egg.
Ooh, that could be a Garuda.
He has the truth glasses. What is this?
Garuda?
New
Oh, that's a good monster. 1%.
1%.
Ow.
That's gonna be a while to hatch. When you
It's
try to heat up an egg, it's between 1 and 4%.
It's the top 1% of new elves.
Yeah.
So why new elves are cool is two things. They can be fed any herb to recover their MP, which normally monsters need a pita fruit, and so they get to have any herb you find you can feed them, and it'll recover that same amount of MP. And number two is they have a heal, so you can just keep healing yourself after combats, and just they're super good. New elves are great.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they can't do much damage, but if you evolve them, if you get to level 20, all of a sudden you can use the new elf as a Batinel, which its stats will reflect the new evolved form, and it will do a lot of damage. And the nice thing about that is if you have a clown or a bunch of lowdown spell balls, you can perform a glitch, and you can then lower the Batinel's level down, I think, like 15 levels or something. It takes a while. But if you do that, his attack and defense will actually underflow. And it'll go down so low because he gets more stats as a Batinel than he does as a new elf. He's one of the only monsters that can do that. I think Dragon is the other one, is 2. From Kid to Dragon. But you can have a monster that has 2/5/2 attack and 2/5/2 defense. So it's immortal, basically. But if it gets confused, you're dead. Just as a heads up.
Oh, this is a fun way to start off.
He has 2 Olim fruits. He should be
413 again.
It seems I make bad 413 seeds. He's fighting it. I wouldn't agree with that. I'd just use the Olim fruit and get it over with.
Yeah, but he's gonna fight it. So Krakens also have an ability to shock you when you hit them, but if you are not using a non-metal weapon, it won't damage you that way.
Yep.
So wands can get around that. Oh, nice. Man, just Sustainna is stacked for orbs in this seed.
Mm-hmm.
So part of me is wondering. Oh, and a fire sword.
Just hurling the fire swords. Inventory
That's
management.
a way
To
to
start
get
throwing
rid of
stuff. We see ProfNES getting. Oh yeah, he did lose his level.
Oh no.
There's this frustrated selfie.
I would be frustrated too.
Yeah, it always sucks when that happens.
Oh no. He's gonna get that medical herb off, but also he's still gonna take a lot of damage right here.
Sustainna missing the swipe against the Griffin.
I think this is gonna kill the Griffin though, yep.
Oh, it should. I don't know if it's the case, but does Scarlet One power up fire magic too for spell balls?
No, it doesn't. Nothing.
Okay.
The only thing that affects spell balls is Ko's
Your
actual
level. Yeah.
And it's times 25 for your level. So when you hit, like what?
24.
No, it's times 4. Your level times 4. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a level 25. You're maxed out for spell levels. Or 24. 24? 24. Something like that.
25 technically, because you'll get a couple levels in that last one. Then you won't see any extra damage each time you level up.
A rise on Sustainna. If he would have missed, he would have died there. Just it's a long 1 hex corridor.
Yeah, this is the worst.
Yeah.
Does
there's the elevator at
take
least.
Oh, they both take elevators at the same time, huh?
Sustainna, I would not agree with. He wants to get some experience, but I do not agree with fighting on floor 13 of all floors.
He believes in the power of the Scarlet Wand.
That's all well and good until the Newell takes the height advantage as well.
I think he made the right choice to move forward.
Oh yeah, take the hit and keep the height advantage. Like, he will get HP back, but he is costing him a lot of MP to do this. Here's a horrible room for ProfNES. This is the 2-room floor. Oh, okay. Bye, Obi, wherever you went.
And the puppy has left the room.
Yeah. Heard a jingle and he ran off somewhere. I could push the Obi button, but I'll leave it for now. Ah, we're doing a poison ball strat. Which doesn't work until you actually hit the monster. Sorry, ProfNES. It's something which it fills the room with poison is the description. Does not do what it's on the tin.
Yeah, that's one of the flags of this game is it doesn't do what it says. Yeah. And as we can also see, ProfNES is getting a lot more unlucky with monster spawns than Sustainna did.
Yeah, Sustainna is still duking it out with the Krakens. Just leave this floor, you're giving me a heart attack right now.
Good, he's out of here. He's done. He's hitting 14.
14, you fight Garudas, you can kill them quite easily. They're good source of experience. And of course, the first thing is Kraken. This is the second last floor Krakens will appear on, though, I think, right? Because 15 is...
Yeah, 15 is the end of them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're audible. They have 4 floors instead of
Finds
3.
the elevator quick, though.
So, what would you do in ProfNES' situation? Would you pick up and throw Queenie, or would you...
Well, I need to see his inventory again to figure out what I would do. But, like, I would likely pick him up, do what he's doing right now, and just put him behind me.
Fireball the clown, or I guess just nuke the clown.
Oh,
one shy.
Ball. That was bad. He's going to take a lot of damage now.
Yeah.
And he uses medical herbs, so he's going to have to try to get through that hallway. Oh, boy.
He should be able to two-shot. The diamond shield is doing its job, though.
Yeah, like, hopefully he doesn't get unlucky here with this clown.
Also, Garuda appearing on Sustainna's side, doing 16 points of damage through the diamond shield. They hit hard.
They hit real hard, but they're also with fire because they're a wind type. They are tinfoil.
Yeah, so you should be doing the AI 1 strats to kill them. You'd be easily able to, with one Queenie hit plus that, kill them. Now, Trolls with Swords, that's about 18 damage? 16? Yeah. They go through defense. That's a miss. That's going to cost them.
There we go.
ProfNES going to try to get some HP back before trying to journey.
That's a good call. Yeah. The only thing that's scary is that it opens up the hallway to just spawning more monsters.
Well, I don't think he's aware that...
Boy.
Yeah, he's got to use a fireball or something here.
Yeah, he can't really afford to
not. He knows how much... He used the truth glasses on the blaze ball, so that is identified.
At least he knows what he's got left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and he probably doesn't realize this might just be a 1-room floor.
Yeah.
Or a 2-room floor.
So he's probably gonna... Ooh, a crit again! Stop with the crits on ProfNES! Yeah, exactly.
Going.
Sustainna, I think, is looking for just resources in general. Like,
what resources does he need? Look at his inventory.
Well, if he gets rid of that, all of a sudden he has a holy scroll, so...
Yeah, but like, I would get out of these Kraken floors as soon as you can.
Sustainna is a slow and steady player, though. Like, this is into his playstyle. I mean, it's great that both of us rush up past these floors and grind on the picket floors on floor 17 and stuff like that, but like, he is way more... He's level 14!
Yeah, he's almost keeping 1-to-1 with levels.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to do.
It is. It is really, really hard to do. Although, it's very, very possible with the Scarlet Wand, though. And doesn't help with the Diamond Shield. So, alright, let's see here.
In general...
ProfNES finding the elevator. He's gonna wait on the elevator and get his HP back a little bit.
Wow, two-shotting Manuevas. So, we see the return of Manuevas. They make a reappearance for a few floors, and they're extremely obnoxious now. They do a lot. They have a lot more health. They do a lot more damage, and they also. Oh, we see one of the hypest things.
And it's about wrong. We actually get a seal. Oh, he has 2 diamond shields. What did he pick up the second one?
Oh, he picked one back up on like floor 13, I think.
Ooh, familiar bell. Normally useless in a casual playthrough for selling stuff, but
Oh, what spell ball does he find? Flame? Nice.
that's actually gonna have a charge of 1. Because Belrongs give you only charges of 1 for spell balls, so don't ever depend on them. They're good if you have white sands and stuff like that. And a Hazak, okay. Now he's gonna get 256 experience because, well, Belrongs.
So barongs are really cool because whatever you throw into them, they will, if they have MP, they will spit out a random different item. And why they are cool is because natively they have items that you can only get from them, and you also have a chance to get extremely rare items as much as you have anything else. Because some of the rare weapons and swords. Oh, and Manueva is showing off why they suck.
Yeah. So quickly, you see there's a bunch of items in a row there. From floor 16 to 18, if you see 2 items that look similar on the ground, it probably might be a Maneva, and that hurts a lot. Not picking up the water ball. Water ball has saved me numerous times. That was found by Didarsis that you basically can use it on Queenie, and Queenie can fight a killer, not die. It increases his defense, just like such drastic measures. Oh, finally the poison ball being used.
Oh boy. He got that familiar bell off of the... Oh, nice.
That's really nice. But also that's why you put Queenie behind you at the same time.
It's true.
Queenie is at every single trap. I will talk about this in the interview with them. This has been driving me insane. One shot.
All right, class. What did you learn today?
Crits happen.
Crits happen.
Oh my goodness. ProfNES, I felt so bad. Oh, we got a frog trap just in the right time there.
One-shotting a Garuda feels real good.
Yeah, that's a lot of experience from Garudas too.
And Sustainna has matched his floor.
One-shotting a troll sword. Like,
Man, Sustainna is incredibly stacked right now. Oh, another Barong.
Is he just gonna Olim and destroy
I would
stuff?
just fight it. Like, they don't do that much damage to him now.
No, he's like 4 levels away from what I would be when I finish a run at a low level run kind of thing. Or not.
He's only at 30 minutes too. Throw the diamond shield. Oh. What kind of crystal does he get? Wind. Yeah.
Yeah, you want water, or fire's nice, but fire has a weird chance of kind of screwing up if a monster is actually if your enemy monster is on top of an item, it won't do damage to them.
Yeah, fire crystals can be very good because they summon a familiar to fight that takes 2 turns to the enemy's 1. But the problem is that they're very random and you can't command them where to go and all that.
Oh, just straight up using. Oh, I see what he's doing.
Oh, he's gonna get a free
Extra item.
Whenever you feed any pet basically an herb or a fruit, they will recover a couple of MP. And so long as a Barong has MP, it can process an item for you.
Yep. Yeah, I know, right? If the RNG doesn't straight up kill them and murder them.
I mean, this is the best.
ProfNES has a blind Queenie and a troll to deal with right now. Queenie does have the... Oh, there's a warp trap on Sustainna's side.
Again.
As strong as he is...
You know, the second the Sand Knight comments about how good the RNG is, we see warp traps.
There's the elevator. Can he get there before Queenie dies?
Yo, I think he's safe.
Alright. He never changed him to AI 1. He actually let Queenie run around free there.
So we didn't see them this floor, but we will certainly this time. We are going to be meeting the most obnoxious monster in the tower, the Picket. And you're going to learn very quickly about the danger, like the quote-unquote dangers of having a stacked inventory when you get to pickets.
Oh yeah, there's no getting around it. Like,
one shot the picket.
or I guess you could just pull Sustainna and just muscle them. They give good experience too, so there's gonna be a lot of levels all of a sudden.
Yeah, this is gonna be really good for him. Oh,
Ooh,
why
the
is
spider?
He really? Oh man, the gumption on this boy. Jesus.
Yeah, that is a.
That
Okay.
is a decision.
Yeah, this is. Okay, the most important perspective, 80% no major exploits. World record was done about 2 minutes ago. So that's also how gross that record is, getting up all 40 floors. I believe held by Baldwin, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Right now, if you were looking at some of the other runs that you see on the any percent enemy leaderboard, they're basically getting into the ending cutscene right now.
Yeah.
And right now they're only halfway up the tower, so
37 damage, just slugging it out with a Minerva. That's... Sustainna is legitimately the muscle right now.
Sustainna feels like a god.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you get Scarlet and Diamond on floor 3 and you literally kill everything, like doing a genocide run on like Undertale equivalent of just murder everything you see.
Right.
I guess you could just murder everything else that you see.
Oh, he fell on... Oh, no.
Yeah, Picket's gonna just... There you go.
I wonder what sand that is. Blue sand.
Alright.
I mean...
What do you don't want to see is red.
Yeah, red is for swords specifically. Or there is one wand that can take sand, the trained wand that you can get from I'm pretty lukewarm on sands.
White sand is the only one I really want to see because I tend to avoid getting hit anyway based on my playstyle.
Yeah, white sands are nice, but the other sands are pretty meh. So I'm gonna say that I'm pretty lukewarm on sands.
Yeah, that's not bad. ProfNES is doing an amazing job, even though he's on floor 11. Like, he's doing great. Like, we can't stress this enough. You normally die at floor 6 in this game.
Yeah, like ProfNES is playing the slow and steady race over here. The consistent, just plugging along, and like with the setup they have, like he can just do that. Like, the setup is insane. I feel like that's a biased opinion coming from someone named Sand Knight. So
yeah, I have to citation needed.
Wow, what is that? A one shot with a oh boy.
Yeah.
Almost a one shot in the Arachne.
Yeah, well, that's with the height advantage as well. We're talking about like that's the Arachne spiders are water based. But yeah, you can just straight up see the power of Ko's magic. Ko is a natural magician more than a swordsman.
Yeah, he's good for the spell balls. You don't really want to fight unless you have a good setup with Ko for the most part.
Sustainna is still going strong, but I would have used the spell ball instead of fighting that spider. Spiders are still extremely scary.
Yeah, Arachnes do a lot of damage.
Ooh, there's a rise on ProfNES's side.
Oh no.
Just take the elevator, don't stand, or at least don't stand in front of them. That's the last thing you want to do. Also, always remember, Sustainna does have 3 acid rains.
Yeah,
everything else in the inventory.
The potentially get out of jail free 3 times in a row.
Yeah, at level 18 spell too with the acid rain ball.
So we didn't talk about what acid rain balls.
Yeah,
acid rain balls. Oh, you were getting that item back. You are not leaving this floor without that item, man.
Blinder's so good. It looks like the elevator's top left. Oh, there's a wee dog.
But acid rain balls, when you're in a room, they will damage every monster in the room with you.
Yeah. Or if you're outside of a room, the 8 tiles around you. He's waiting for that blinder ball.
I would too.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
no! Oh, Sustainna, you're going and breaking my heart.
Viper Town, though.
You lose your blinder ball and you go to Viper Town? Oh, they're gonna pun. Oh,
Top left. 4 coppers in a room. That's kind of scary.
yeah. But thankfully, these aren't a mana wave of. Oh, he gets hit
misstep.
by a spider.
It's going to be a lot of damage there. Like, we don't want to be screwing around with the spiders.
Yeah, they're just never a good time. Starglasses is a nice pickup, though.
He has to find something to toss away for it.
There's
Oh,
a
I can get
-1
the other diamond shield.
ProfNES getting kind of bullied here on floor 12.
Funny, someone made a YouTube video about that.
I wonder who that could have been.
Mm-hmm. Which made me laugh way harder than it should have. Man, I remember back in the days when we had like 5 people in the Discord. Oh, 421 egg.
What can we get in those ones?
Decurse scrolls. You're not going to unequip anything anymore.
Yeah.
Floor 21, what would that be? Gotta be Arachne, that'd be...
Oh, he's going for it. Oh, he wants the Arachne. He wants to confuse it.
Oh, the elevator's right there too!
Oh, he must
I
have
even
seen
noticed
that.
it.
I didn't, neither did I.
Another Scarlet Wand.
Yeah, Sustainna did not get that egg. Did he? That wasn't the new L, was it?
The one on ProfNES side, that is the new L.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Oh,
There's never a +1 wand. Oh, he has a decurse scroll. Okay. There's never a +1. Oh, I guess. Oh, I see. He's equipping it just in case he can uncurse the diamond shield then. That's fine. That's a bit,
85, 87, 88. Alright, what's it gonna be? I bet it's Arachne. This is a greedy seed.
Yeah, this seems to be a very,
Oh,
yeah.
it is an Arachne.
So,
oh, man.
Goodbye to... does he have a light seed on him? I think he does. Of all things. No, he does not. Okay, that means ProfNES has a light seed. I know one of them is holding a seed right now. So you're going to see him take out the Arachne, which has 72 attack power. He might not even actually need Queenie anymore.
He might be waiting to fuse it until he has a light seed.
Well, the thing is, if it goes up one more level, it evolves.
Is that gonna change? Is that gonna change much for it?
Yeah, its stats are going to go drastically through the roof.
I have to agree with you, Dragon Knight. It's coarse and dry.
Ooh, the walk into the Viper.
Oh no! Don't do it, Sustainna. Oh, good.
Be careful, like.
He is playing with fire right now. So these are Vipers.
Oh, don't!
Oh, he's dead. Oh no, he's not. Oh,
No, it's a lower level. Oh my goodness. That's the height advantage randomly there just saved him. Yeah, the Arachne being wind would be good. So
yeah, here's that second diamond. Here's that second diamond shield. ProfNES is picking it up right now.
Yeah. You have 16 minutes left in the match for the friendly third.
Wow. I mean, at this rate, I think they're gonna go to time.
I think they are. I don't see, well, unless ProfNES gets unlucky with a rise and a poison trap there, I don't see too much death coming towards either of them with the amount of resources they have.
Like, the only way I see Sustainna dying is just trying to fly too close to the sun.
Yeah.
Which Sustainna is doing a very good job of flying too close to the sun, right?
Yeah, he should have died like 5 times already. Like, even that, they do 27 damage. It's actually not... Oh, it is like... Oh, nothing happened from that fireball. 52... Yeah, okay. Yeah, 28.
He's dead. Nope.
Yeah.
He gets it.
I would have still... Like, get rid of the old fireball, get rid of that one. Thank you. and pick it up again, and then put it back down. That's actually why I do the give command when it comes to the empty balls, because it always goes away from me.
That's a fair choice.
So it's one of those small details that make a big difference there. Bump trap, it's no big deal until there's sleeping monsters in the room. Then, oh no.
That's a really bad time.
Oh, he should have recovered his health before going up. Although he does have, again, the Acid Rain Ball, but I still wouldn't trust. He's one more floor away from being safe, away from all the water creatures.
Well, actually, with an Acid Rain Ball, he's a very handful of floors. Because we're getting into the short-lived wind floors.
Yeah, which is a really good source of experience, though. Yeah, and 322 for killing that poor stealth.
Where we're going to see a just glut of wind monsters for a little while here.
Is he? Yeah, there goes. He's going to take Arachne. He's going to go the... Is he going to fuse it with the new L? It's not going to matter, because the new L's a lower level. It's not going to change. Nope, he's...
What is he doing?
The thing is, if you change it to AI1, at level 19, Arachne can actually kill everything in 2 attacks going up to maximums. Oh, we're doing a fusion.
Here it is, folks.
And then we have a unfortunate...
We're gonna see an actual dual monster attack.
Oh, cool.
No!
Goodbye, Queenie!
Sustainna, no!
And then the miss!
And Arachne's gonna die.
Hmm.
56 damage.
No.
Not like this, Sustainna, not like this.
Use the Acid Rain Ball. Flying so close to the sun.
It's gonna use the flame.
Not gonna kill him, though.
Whew!
You gotta be really, really careful. This is where, like, you need to know the exact movement. You don't set it to AI4. You only do AI1, and you make the move towards you.
Yeah, that way you
Crystal?
can manipulate the movement. Oh boy, Viper Town.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, I know you can do that, but like, if he didn't have the Acid Rain Ball, he would have had so much trouble there. And Arachne is, yeah, he's got to take a hit to protect Arachne and do it again. Now what are you doing? If it crits, you're dead. Oh my goodness. Do you have a flame? There's a lot of flames. One left. All right. They're both sitting at like 8 HP right now, so you know that's nice.
Just to make it clear, spell balls can range from 4 to 7 charges outside of the Acid Rain Ball, which is always just 1 when you find it. And so this could be like a 6 or 7 charge Flame Ball, which is why he's getting so much use out.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's not a wind monster.
That's a bad time.
So that's gonna kill Arachne if that Flame Ball doesn't have anything left in it. Or just use a Holy Scroll or Olim Fruit on it.
If you need your heart to take a break, stop looking at Sustainna's screen and just watch ProfNES just like control the
slaughter.
Just control the game and just like, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna do this right.
Yeah.
And Sustainna's like, hold my beer. I gotta go get myself killed immediately.
A white set on the Blinder Ball more than the Acid Rain Ball.
That's me. That's my kind of play right there.
Yeah. Attack the sleeping chicken. I don't care if they're supposed to be horses. They look like chickens to me.
I kind of thought of them as like ostriches. So a little bit of both.
Why not both? Acid Rain Ball taking out the Viper there. Still not hitting that level 20. He's really wanting that evolution.
Ice Rock Ball on ProfNES' side.
That miss. So many misses happening recently.
Out of charges? Nope. He's got it.
So, is that finally the Arash? Yep.
Alright, we get a actual level up into a evolved monster.
Yep. Very rarely happens because Queenie doesn't evolve at level 20. If he, yeah, 76 attack power, but it's going to be gaining more attack power per level than it would be the small spider. But also, when you're casually playing through this game, when it evolves, it resets to what it should be before the level. That's dead.
Yep.
He didn't set its AI. Well, we had a great opportunity to see that monster.
We did see it.
Yeah.
Oh no, and he does the miss type. Oh no.
24. So 10 minutes to get 10 floors on ProfNES' side.
Sustainna. That was a crazy run.
Yeah. Sustainna, you flew too close to the sun there. We're going to say that. But we got to see Arash, one of the best spiders, one of the best monsters in the game. And legitimately, it's really cool to see that monster, because that's actually what got me really into doing the AI 1 strats, because, wow, this thing can like one-shot everything. What can I do with this thing? And I was manipulating it, doing all these weird stuff, and yeah. It's a good monster. Everyone should use it.
Yeah, it's a good monster.
I know Sandknight likes Ifrit, I believe, for his favorite monster, but what is your favorite monster, Horza?
Well, it depends what you're asking. Design-wise, I like Vipers. As a usable monster, it's a toss-up. I really like Batnails a lot. They're busted.
You like doing the glitch ones?
I haven't actually used glitched one. I just like Batnails. I just like being able to like never die with them.
If you feed it a lava fruit, it will actually never, ever, ever evolve, for the record, Sandknight. So you can fuse it with the spider, get the double thing, and then you feed it the lava fruit, and it won't change form when it hits level 20. So that way you can have like an attack buff and still use your flame.
I just want to say that I think that this one seed has taken as long as the first two races did.
Yes, it is, actually. That's why you fuse it with Arachne. You get the double attack power. Change it back to fire, and you still get the magic, or mixture magic.
There you go.
ProfNES 4 levels lower than Sustainna on floor 17 when he was level 17 on floor 17.
Sustainna was very reckless, which is why he got to such a high level.
Yeah, well, he was able to like murder everything though, so
that's true.
Bread, sure, nuke it.
So, bread is typically not a good thing to use for a couple of reasons. One, its damage just isn't good enough, and two, it costs a lot of MP.
I think it's like 10 or 11 or something, isn't it?
It's 8. It's 8.
8. Okay, then yeah, that's a lot. He has 84 MP, so it's not like he's going to be missing it too much.
Like Kune's normal attack will do to these guys right now probably about 22. It only costs 1 MP.
Yeah.
And mixed magic only costs like what, a third?
Yes, a third of MP or something like that.
So like you get a lot of MP usage out of it, but Brid itself, just casting it straight off, not worth it.
Essentially, you're doing 24 mixture attacks in one go. There's that hole there you fell down earlier.
Yeah, that hole will get you. Those are my least favorite things, when you get to a room that has a hole so deep you can't actually leave it.
Yeah, or the opposite is the entrance. You're going up to an entrance is impossible to get into. You're like, well, damn. Oh, there's that picket. Bye, picket.
So unfortunately, we can tell basically that there is no elevator train coming here for.
Yeah, we already know what's coming up. But ProfNES showing his stuff. He's doing great.
Like, yeah, I think this is some of the best I've seen out of him this whole tournament.
Yeah. Just all you need is a Scarlet Wand and a Diamond Shield, right?
Yeah,
and
no
crits.
Right? And no unfortunate crits when you're low on health.
He would have been fine on both those other situations if it had not been for criticals just messing up his damage calculation.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I was in that position recently too, where you get your run ended by a critical hit.
Yeah. And again, follow our runners. They're absolutely great. They've been entertaining us for the last couple hours. They're wonderful people. And if you're interested in learning the game, we have our own Discord. If you want to learn how to play a game casually, if you want to learn how to speedrun it, or if you just want some tips on how to play the game, or if you just want to chat with people, feel free to join it. We're always welcoming new members. I'm always happy to take time out, make a tutorial if we don't have something. I know Horizon made a wonderful Google Doc with all the things sorted. That's pinned in the Strats Discord. You can check it out, and you might learn something. Like, we're still learning things about this darn game.
Yeah, there's always something new. Yeah, you're definitely right, saying that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's never. Oh, bye, Picket.
Hi, Picket. Bye, Picket.
Yeah, and it's the Arachne, but there's also the elevator, so you know.
There's an Arachne between you and the elevator's never what you want to be.
Although, if he were to, okay, I was gonna say if you were to stay outside the room, he might be able to avoid it because it may.
What I would have done.
It may hit that kind of raised tile and walk around. Oh, hi, Picket.
What I would have liked to do in that situation was I would have probably tried to pick up that Arachne and just huck it.
Yeah,
like,
it's 5/8 of a chance to do. So you have it's not. We always used to think it was a coin flip. It's actually much more than that.
Yeah, it turns out. So we used to think because there are many enemies in this tower you can actually lift up. If you can't lift them and you try to, it just tells you can't. You don't miss a turn.
Yeah.
But if you can lift them up and you miss it, they go back down and they get an attack on you. But if they do go up with you, you don't lose a turn or anything, and you can just carry them around with you. It's incredibly useful. And recently we discovered they have it about a 62% chance to get picked up.
Yep.
So it's surprisingly frequent.
ProfNES, just kill it. This is why you set your A out of 1 or A out of 4 and just let Queenie kill it. Oh, he's going to try to do the raised terrain, I think.
I just want to say that this is ProfNES's first tournament he's been participating in, and some of the first competition he's been doing in the community. And he's been performing really well. Like, look at him, he's almost on floor 20 right now.
Yeah,
like,
the thing is, again, you're supposed to die at floor 6. Like, the game intends you to lose all your stuff, go, oh well, Queen's a little bit stronger, you do better next time. Or if you're lucky, you can find like a wind crystal before you normally have to exit. He's halfway through the tower. Okay, there you go. He has a floor 20
floor
time.
20,
We can't submit it because it's randomizer, but like that's amazing.
Yeah, you can say he's gotten the floor 20 in an hour, so that's pretty great.
Yeah, and he saw where that was, and there's all the coppers, which terrify the heck out of me because I think they're all minivas. I don't like that.
And if the RNG is the same, he's going to run to an Arachne in the hall.
Yep. Oh, we never changed the.
Oh,
the thing to.
Let's get that Viper Town music.
Yeah. There we go. Sorry, it's so chill. I always forget about it. Yeah. Also, it really helps to do this in a race because you can't really be mad if you lose a race versus doing just solo runs. But you have to have a mentality of just kind of laughing at it and just going, I guess, you know, it's funny that a bomb trap got me and set off 3 paralysis traps and then did whatever. Like, who knows? And, oh, and a poison. Will he get to the elevator before the hour mark? Will he get to floor 21?
Like, this game
Almost! Yes, there will be another match in an hour.
Oh no, ProfNES, go up! Go up! There we go, we're getting a floor 21.
There we go.
That means he almost did actually catch up to Sustainna in the end. They were only going to be 2 floors apart by the end of it.
There we go. I guess tell him time, because by the time the thing comes up on his side,
I'll
basically.
go throw down there.
Yeah. No,
We're gonna see if we can get these two in for interviews here in a moment.
Yeah, we'll talk about critical hits with ProfNES and see what he has to think. But yes, there is another match on the Speed Gaming main channel. I will be commentating that one. That will be Gene Freak versus what is it? Let me actually get the thing here.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Dreamy Vision versus Gene Freak will be the match.
I'm going to send ProfNES an invite.
Make sure we disconnect our audio.
Oh, disconnect the audio? How do I do that?
Let's ask for bleeds.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
So can someone explain to me why the first thing I saw in Viper Town was a horde of coins that made me think Men of Weber were gonna jump out of trees at me?
The thing is, yes, I when I was watching you hit floor 20 and then eventually ProfNES hit floor 20, even though I know those weren't Minivas, that even scared me because that is just terrifying having 4 of them surround you.
It was my life insurance that they were paying off early.
Yeah. Congratulations to both of you, ProfNES. Congrats.
Third seed. Like,
yeah.
Floor 2, Diamond Shield. Okay, it was cursed. Not gonna complain. Floor 3, Scarlet.
Yep.
Floor 6, everything was asleep. Floor 9, I think it was floor 9. No further comment.
Yep. Then there's floor 13 that got both of you guys good as well on the 3rd seed. Whereas it's basically, there's also the 2-room floor where you had nothing but monsters between you and the elevator.
I took that opportunity to just farm XP because I know where they're coming from, so I just sat by the door.
Yeah.
Your RNG in that floor is a bit better on you, Sustainna, than it was for ProfNES.
Yeah, Mine
would have been better if I'd... Like, I remembered that Poison Ball was area effect. I did not remember that it needed to actually hit something before it would.
Yeah,
register.
that's what I got confused of, because I used mine at the beginning of that floor because there were 3 monsters, but only hit the one directly in front of me.
Yeah, it hits like a 3x3 grid around them. It doesn't do a good area, but it doesn't do what it says on the tin, which says it poisons the room.
Its description sucks. Thanks, Konami.
Yeah. So, first of all, ProfNES, I'm sorry for critical hits existing.
Yeah, I think I've had
oh no
3 games to rogue critical hits in this tournament. 2 of them were tonight.
Yeah,
so.
And the thing is, you had all the damage calculations, you were going to survive the next hits, and then U-Boat killed you. And then you had every all damage calculations, and everything went well, and then a volcano crit and killed you. So I am so sorry. No one likes to see that.
I was just like, man, so many crits.
Yeah. You can't do too much. That is the game we play. RNG is obviously a heavy part of it. Super proud of both of you. I'm really happy we got to show off what you guys can do on a 3rd seed at least when you guys had the proper equipment.
So I want to ask you, ProfNES, how far behind do you think you were at the end?
I know that I am always going to be behind, and I make it back up by having all of the things and trying to play strategically. So if it hits about floor 15, 18, and I have not seen the GG, particularly that was the other thing about this seed, the like 3 or 4 floor zip in the mid-teens.
Yeah.
If I have not seen a GG by mid-teens, I am pretty sure it is a seed where we're both actually going places, and I'm not going to catch up. So
I'm just curious. Like, you ended on 21. Where do you think?
Where was I, Prof?
25-ish.
Very
6-ish?
close. Very close, except you highballed it. I was 24. You were very close to me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All
you were
needed
actually
was to
catching up
find those
really well.
elevators. I tried to be too cool and hatch my Ashura and make it one-shot everything, and I was.
Is that what was in the brown egg?
Yeah, it was the Arachne.
Oh, wait, no, the one you found, brown? Yeah,
No,
yeah,
wait.
that would have been right.
No, black egg was Palinpa.
Yeah, and then the second egg you didn't hatch was Newell.
Yeah.
The third egg, I think you actually had a find on floor 21 if you were to explore it, would be the Arash egg. Or the Arachne egg.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Because like, I'm trying to remember where you picked up the third egg from, and yeah, it was on...
Yeah, because I was level 19 at the time. Because that's what the Arachne was when I hatched it. Like, instantly.
Yeah, and the thing is, right when you saw that, like, you like, we were thinking, are you going to fuse it into Queenie? And you're like, oh, you're going for that level. And then, I don't know if you noticed, Sustainna, but you actually never changed the AI away from 3 when you walked away with your Ash.
No, I thought I changed it, but I didn't.
Yeah, and then it just sat there and just got pummeled. We're like, oh.
I'm like, oh no.
Oh,
I wanted
no.
to at least show off a fusion during a race, because how often does that happen? Or not a fusion, an evolution.
Yeah, that's very, very rare to happen. Congrats to both of you. Is there anything else you want to say before we wrap up and let Speed Gaming have their channel back? Because we're nearing the hour and they probably have a race coming up too.
I'm starting to think it doesn't matter who makes the seeds.
Actually,
Power hates all.
Slightly worse.
These seeds were much more reasonable than the Sand Knight seeds that I have played. In the first two games, they were rough, but they were uniformly rough rather than troll rough.
I was gonna say also, when has the Sand Knight seed ever given you a Scarlet Wand and a Diamond Shield on the first 3 floors?
Yeah,
Exactly.
You're right. Normally we die first.
Oh, and to be fair, Kuhn was down at 1 HP at least twice tonight, and I nearly died on, I think, all 3 floor 2s.
Yeah.
But
I would
have
like you
that
to know,
aside,
ProfNES, that Sand Knight is in chat and he is now brokenhearted that you two have succumbed to blaming him for bad seeds. As you should, because his seeds are terrible.
they make for good showcase seeds. They make for good races where the objective is for the audience to see things happen.
Yeah.
But
I almost want to get someone to drive me up there and just lock him in a basement for 4 hours until he makes the perfect terrible seeds to showcase for a limit break.
Oh, yeah, no, that's going to be a whole different thing. But yeah, I think...
speaking of limit break, I hope I will see some of you guys there.
I will be there. As of right now, we're working on... And I think Horace is a maybe, Sand Knight's a maybe. I know Full Featureitis is probably a 60% yes at this point, until we figure things
That's
out.
probably about where I'm at right now, is like 60%. 60%.
I know Don Fargo will be going, I believe. And... ProfNES, if you're going, that'll be you as well. And we have Pasama, Jintatsu. There's going to be quite a few Zero Dreams runners as well, so it's going to be really cool. But that's for discussion for another time when we actually figure out what the heck we're doing. I think that's it. Thank you again to Speed Gaming for hosting us. It's always wonderful working with you guys.
Congrats. And be sure to knock out the rest of the brackets.
You all have a good night.
Yeah,
Right.
Thanks for coming, everyone.
Take care, guys. Oh, and yeah, join our Discord if